Maureen, should I say, I use bluffing today. So today, trying to make more aware of people that have cancer, blood cancer. It's actually the 5th most common cancer in the UK, and a lot of people just overlook it. In fact, when you go to the doctor will not even tell you that you have it. He'll send you to the hospital and let them do the work. But initially they'll not tell you, they'll not say. So you need to ask. So yeah, multiple myeloma. It's a blood cancer. Now there is other blood cancers, but unfortunately this is the only one that have problems sorting out. The rest of them can be cured. I'd say in the future it will be cured. It isn't passed down the line, hereditary. It's brought on at a certain time in your life. Just different issues bring it on. But when it does come out, it does come out in full blast, as they say, as it did with me. Don't mind me, I'm cleaning these windows as I talk. I'm on a building site today, doing a builder's clean. So yeah, what else can I tell you about it? You will not, when you go to the doctor first, you will not be diagnosed with it. You might even have about 3 visits to the doctor before you're actually diagnosed with it. Unfortunately, it's one of them things that it has a flotation period, and before it actually comes out into your bloodstream. You will usually have back pain. You will have a lot of teeth pain, joint pain, as I did. But my back pain was the most poignant thing that was coming out of me all the time. Lower back pain. In fact, I was walking about for a month and a half with a fractured vertebrae. A vertebrae that had been crumbled, so you have all these in your back, and the vertebrae, because it was weakened on the bone, had crumbled. So I'm about an inch smaller than what I would have been. What else can I say to you? When you are diagnosed, they'll probably put you through what's called a stem cell transplant. So what happens is your blood is harvested, or your stem cells, your good stem cells is harvested. You can get them from a family member, but generally they'll treat you, and then whenever your cancer cells are right, then they'll harvest them. Simple by doing one tube in through one vein, one tube out through the other vein. It goes through a machine, and it's split at high. It's turned at high temperature or high velocity, spun. So the white cells come out into a bag, and your normal blood goes back in and then your arm again. So these are harvested and brought to the lab and checked over and treated for making sure that you're not having any more cancer in your stem cells that they're going to put into you. They don't always work. I have to say that. You might have one stem cell transplant, which is horrific. There's no doubt saying it's not. It's mental. And the second one might work. The first one with me didn't work as such, but at the minute I'm in a remission where my blood is at about, my plasma cells is at about 2, which is relatively good. When I was brought in, they were so high, I was on the verge of taking a stroke or a heart attack. But lucky enough, I was diagnosed in time and brought to this city and treated. As I say, I did have a stem cell transplant, but believe you me, it was horrendous and I don't recommend it. But listen, if you have to get it, you have to get it, simple as that. And I got it, shaved all my hair, which is the worst thing to do. I shaved my hair, so it was going to drop out. So it was like sleeping every night on a porcupine bed. I'm not joking, it was unreal. I've never experienced anything like it. I went to the shower one morning, I think it was Tuesday, and I woke up in my bed on a Sunday. It was horrendous, but what happens is they treat you high doses of chemo so that your immune system is non-existent. And then when your immune system is basically non-existent, you're really unwell. You're just lying in the bed virtually. And then they might do a blood transplant. In fact, I had a few of them. And then also they hit you with the stem cells in a drip form through your arm. You will start to notice within 12 hours as your body starts to come back and build its immune system. It'll take a while for your body to recover after the high dose of chemo, because it's just coming out of hospital for me was horrific. I'll tell you a story. I kept hearing a banging noise, and I thought it was maybe the tumble dryer downstairs. So I went downstairs, checked it, wasn't there. Sat outside in the bench and I thought maybe the tumble dryer was on the, which I use for cloths for work in the garage, so then it wasn't on. It was in my head, this banging was in my head constantly, but it was to do with the chemo and the drug that I was on. I was on a lot of drugs back then, and yeah, so after getting my drug intake right with my palliative nurse, and another thing, see your palliative nurse, listen to what she says, stick by it, give up a drink, never ever smoke, but give up the drink and do as I tell you, and for that reason you find your body will work with you. So yeah, that's another wee. I'm trying to get as much as I can about blood cancer out into the social media. And if you feel like sharing this, by all means do. But we need to be blood cancer aware more so. I mean, whenever you sign documentation of liability, or also if you sign for I can't remember the name of the insurance. If you sign the insurance, you look down all these insurance, critical illness cover. If you're signing your critical illness cover, you will look down and you'll see all the illnesses that you'll be covered for: stroke, heart attack, whatever. I'm trying to hide because I don't want them to see me walking past. So also, whenever they've checked all that, you will see at the bottom of it multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer. So remember that. Always have critical illness cover too. It's important. You need to have it. Only for it back in the time when I had it. I don't know what I'd have done. And I'm being really honest, man. I really don't. But lucky enough, Macmillan was able to sort me out with a lot of things, and only for that. I don't know what I'd have done, because I was in hospital and I couldn't have done anything at home, so. Blood cancer, multiple myeloma. There's a lot of blood cancers out there, but be aware of them. Look them up on the internet, check them out, look out the symptoms that maybe you might have, and keep saying this: if your body's telling you something, it's telling you something for a reason. Go and see a doctor, and if he says, oh, it's nothing, go and see somebody else about it. But keep at it and get the 6 bloods, not the 3 bloods. You need the 6 bloods done. The 6 bloods will define whether you're ill or not. I went in and had back pain, and they were giving me all these type of drugs and stuff, and maybe it was clearing it up for a while, but it was still there. It was a flotation period, and it was just sitting there waiting to come out. And when it did, it came out. My God, when that there back went to me, I don't know, it was unreal. The spasms and everything. To be honest, I was sick, man. So yeah, look into blood cancer, read up on it, and remember, if you're ill, you're ill. Go to the doctor, go to 2 doctors, but get it sorted. Anyhow, take care, be good.